Are there other things? It's like anytime anyone comes, like wasn't born here, I always love to ask, what do you think is the weirdest thing about America?
Like I've never in my life met a normal American. There's no such thing as a normal American. Every single one of you is set to 11 at all times, and it's not a bad thing. Like, I think Americans are genuinely friendly. Like some of the friendliest people in the world. You just every single one of you just sitting there, ready to be nice to someone. You know, you just sort of ooze kindness and positivity, but you also simultaneously like ignorantly rude. Like whenever an American does a shitty thing, it's not because they're a bad person, it's because they're a fucking idiot, and somehow that's sometimes more annoying. Like if somebody's a piece of shit to you in Scotland, you're like, oh, he's just a dick. Whereas if somebody's a dick to you in America, you're like, I'm gonna have to teach a grown man a lesson now. Like this is the only country in the world. This is the only country in the world where, as a comedian, audience members will woo, which is just woo, and it's mind-boggling how I'm like, what? Do I have to explain why that's the rudest thing in the world? You're watching a comedy show, a show that's based on timing, fucking nuance, building tension in the room, and you agree with something, and you can't just nod your head. You can't just silently go, I agree with this point. You can't even just fucking clap or patiently wait until the woo! It's the and I can't explain it. I'm like, shut the fuck up. And they're like, why is he yelling at me? I'm like, you interrupt. There are people around you that you just Ric Flaired in the ear.
Is there a place in the States that you feel that the most? My only experience
Boston would a lot.
Really?
Yeah.
I was going to say Chicago for me, but
no, Boston would a lot, and it was so frustrating because it was during when I was touring X. So I'm doing the routine at the end about sexual assault and rape, and it's women they're agreeing with me, and I'm going, I can't. I'm empowering them to feel empowered, so they're wooing it, but they're fucking up the timing of the whole thing. I'm like, this is a script, come on, and it's the only place it happens. Everywhere else.
What is then, to go the opposite end, what's your least favorite thing about the States?
Oh, it's so hard. I love America. I do really enjoy America.
We all hate ourselves, so you're not going to offend anybody.
But I think, yeah, and you should. You're going through a shitty time, and I get it. It's you guys finally have some perspective on yourselves, and it's nice to watch you become self-aware. Slowly.
I really do like that. Brexit happened right before, and we're like, man, that shit's crazy.
Yeah.
Nothing would ever happen here.
Yeah. And then we had our general election where Britain doubled down, and they were like, absolute. No. We were given the second chance. Brexit twice, actually.
Yes, what Boris said.
Yeah. Once more, and this time with feeling. And I reckon you guys will do the same in November. So
that's what you think's going to happen?
I think so, based on my limited knowledge in politics and my I figure if you don't, then I'll have to accept that you are a better country than the UK because you go, hey, we learned our lesson. Whereas Britain was just like, fuck it, double down. I feel like you guys would do the same.
I think we just don't know what's going to happen because no one believes anything anymore, whether it be polls or just what anyone's saying. They're just like, no, what my team said. Yeah. That's it. That's where we're at.
I've finally come off of Twitter. I got.
Oh wait, so you're just not?
No, I've got it. Like my agent will post on it for to plug shows and whatever. Yeah. But man, it just became. I was sitting in my own echo chamber, and then that standard thing that we liberals do, which is we only follow people that agree with us, and then the world doesn't go the way we thought, and we're like, ha! It's almost as if this isn't that. That's so fucking weird. And I was just sick of being disappointed.
Well, I think Twitter, I think you've talked to a certain degree. Twitter just makes me like angry and sad. And then, although you've said that Instagram just makes you hate individuals rather than everyone.
Yeah.
Which I get.
Instagram makes me hate my fucking fans, man.
Really?
Oh, God, my fans are morons. Like, I'd say 50% of them. And then the other 50% are the dumbest motherfuckers on this planet, and it's infuriating. Because I'll plug shows and like I'll release an entire fucking schedule of where I'm going. I'm like, when are you going to Australia? Go on the fucking website. Go on the fucking. If you can't work out how to see me live, you don't get to see me live. That's the game.
That's the gate.
That's the if you cannot work out where do I always sell my shows? Is it on my fucking website? Well, here's your guess. I reckon that's where all of my tour dates are going to be. I posted up like after the end of the X tour, we had like the full list of all 300 shows in a file. So I posted all 300 and with the caption "finally done," and 50% of the comics were being like, why is Washington not on this list? I'm like, this is the old tour. This is the one I've just fucking finished. And they're like, well, I can't believe you're not coming back to Slovakia. They don't read. They don't pay attention. They want spoon-fed the shit. And I'm sat there going, I thought I was an intelligent comedian.
Well, I thought
I harbored intelligent fans. Nope.
Well, you can't, 50, I feel like 50%, 50 to 70% is all you can ever really count on.
Oh,
You're just like, because you look at the average person, right? I forget whose bit that is. You look at the average person, and then 50% of people are stupider than that.
Yeah, George Carlin, yeah.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. How do I forget a George Carlin quote?